Boom! Welcome back to the Sebs Show. It's your fucking boy Sebs. And today, well not today, but today we're previewing UFC 215. I was about to say today's UFC 215. But today we are previewing UFC 215. And it's in my home country of Canada. Fucking right, in Edmonton. It's Johnson versus Borg for the flyweight title, and we also got Nunes versus Shevchenko for the bantamweight, women's bantamweight title, and just a plethora of good matchups on this card. I literally have right now, I went full degenerate, and I have 19 fucking plays, guys. More plays than UFC 214 when I had, not sure how much I had on UFC 214, but I know this is more. I think I had 16 at UFC 214. So I have a shitload of plays, guys. Literally a shitload. They're really, a lot of them are broken up into a bunch of like little plays, little parlays and whatnot. But nevertheless, I do have 19. That is counting a max bet I put on. I'll just tell you what the max bet already is. I had a max bet on DJ and Francis Gano to win. How much was it to win? I'm not sure. It was like to win like 2.38 units or something. And obviously, Dos Santos got flagged and that match got pulled, which is really shitty because I was looking forward to that one a lot. So it got that parlay got made into a push, and it's a single play now on DJ for 5 units to win 0.5 units, guys. But so you guys know already, I like DJ to win. Yeah, spoiler alert. But nevertheless, let's get started. I got a whole, and we're gonna get into DraftKings as well today. Just a whole bunch of stuff. We got 19 plays. I thought I didn't have a play on the Stevens Melendez fight, but I do. So I do have a play on every single fight in this card. I'm fucking confident in all my plays. So let's get started here, guys. We're gonna start with Adriano Martins and Raging Cajun Johnson. Cajun Johnson. Shout out to Paul Shag, who from Bookie Beatdown, old school Bookie Beatdown. He was on the MMA Kelton roundtable with Dan Levy from Best Fight Picks last night, and what a great job from all three of them. But I just want to point something out that he said that I found really interesting, and I didn't know this, that Cajun hasn't been training at TriStar for a while now. He's been in British Columbia training at his own gym with his buddy, that his childhood friend or whatever, and they run this gym, and this is kind of like the point he was making, Paul Shag, which was a great point. Is like he can go and fight for 15 grand, and it's he can use the 15 grand if he loses for the fucking gym. If he wins, it's good promotion for the gym. So it's a win-win either way for Cajun. He hasn't fought in, I believe, 2 years to this to the day he's gonna be in the octagon. So he hasn't fought in a real long time. I think cardio is gonna be a question. Adriano Martins, a little bit more busy. I don't remember when's the last time, the exact date the last time he fought, but yeah, he looked. Sorry guys, now I just want to check the fucking when he fought. When is the last time he fought? Okay, so he lost against Leonardo Santos. I know that. Oh, it was at 204 Bisping versus Henderson. Okay. And then before that, my man Adrian Martins knocked out Islam Makhachev. And Islam Makhachev's a tough motherfucker. So to knock him out, like, more than good on you. You know, you got fucking performance of the night from there. And then he out-rustled. I can't even speak half the time, guys. He out-wrestled Rusem Khabibulov, which is very difficult to do because Rusum's just an animal, Dagestani and Russian that trains with Khabib and his dad. So, and he out-wrestled that guy. He's fighting Cajun Johnson. He's better than Cajun Johnson everywhere in this fight. His Muay Thai is dangerous. He's a little bit of a slow starter, Adrian Martins. That's the only feather in his, not feather in his cap. But that's the only thing that you can say is wrong with him. If that the only flaw with him is that he's a little bit of a slow starter. But I don't think he's even going to be a slow starter against Cajun Johnson. I don't think he's going to be fearing him as much. He has a very nasty overhand right. And that lands a lot on Cajun Johnson. Cajun Johnson likes to leave his hands very low. And look for this overhand right just to... I think that's going to clip him and knock him the fuck out. I really do, guys. I think Adrian Martins is a dangerous guy. And for the UFC to put Cajun Johnson against him, this is kind of like, even Dan Levy, I think, was saying, this is kind of like a punishment because this guy was talking during, I think it was a Reebok speech at the UFC summit, and he was just saying how much he doesn't get paid anymore and stuff, and obviously it's a concern of all fighters, but there's a time and a place to voice your concerns, and I don't think that was the exact time as Dan Levy was saying. And for that, they're kind of feeding them to the wolves here for a guy. Like, Cajun Johnson has gotten a broken jaw if you watch The Ultimate Fighter by Chad Laprise. Chad Laprise broke his fucking jaw on The Ultimate Fighter. So, with that same overhand right. Like, just look for that shit to fucking land. Cajun's gonna go for a stupid left high kick. Exactly what happened against Chad Laprise here. He's gonna go for a stupid kick, or he's gonna go for a winging hook. He's gonna leave himself completely open on that right side. Adriano Martins is gonna drop him with that overhand right. Good night right there. He's better everywhere, guys. I'm very confident in this pick. I have 6.1 units overall on Martins. He's parlayed with a bunch of stuff later in the card. But yeah. We're gonna jump to our next fight here. Yeah, so Adrian Martins. I'll go second round knockout. I think you can get him out in the first, but we'll go second round knockout. Next up we got Louis Henrique KLB, my boy Arjun Singh Bhullar. He is a fucking killer, my fucking boy. And a lot of people don't know a lot about Arjun Bhullar. Rightfully so. He literally has no tape out on him whatsoever. Very difficult to find tape. Shout out to Mr. Honky Extraordinaire. He fucking on Twitter, he found a bunch of tape and a lot of gifs of Arjun Bhullar. If you look on YouTube, all you can really find is highlights, but there is now, if you go look, there is a full fight on YouTube of Arjun Bhullar. So, yeah. And, sorry guys, I'm just looking right now. There's a full fight of Arjun Bhullar on YouTube now. And if you go look at that fight, you can see it's clear that this guy definitely, he has wrestling in his back pocket. Sorry, I'm jumping all around the table right now. But fucking pretty much this guy is an Olympic... he's an Olympics caliber wrestler. He's won the Pan American and Commonwealth Games. I think the Pan Americans, he came in third. He got bronze in Pan American and in New Delhi. But he might have got gold. And I think in the Olympics, he might have got bronze. I'm not sure, guys. But I know in the Commonwealth Games, he got a gold medal there for Canada. He is a monster wrestler. Definitely, if you go look at him, it's kind of like, I want to say like Cormier when he was when he started MMA and he was fighting at heavyweight, he's definitely like big for heavyweight Arjun Bhullar, and not big for heavyweight. I'm not like height wise, but like he's super stocky. But there's guys obviously stockier than him. That was a bad thing, not a bad thing to say, but I'm on fucking ripped, guys. Just to be Arjun Bhullar is saying he's fat and just be like, yeah, everybody in the fucking heavyweight division's fat. I should have noticed that one. But yeah, Arjun Bhullar's kind of fat. But he moves, he's super light on his feet is where I'm getting at, guys. For a guy his size, very athletic, I found. Very light on his feet, has a very quick jab. Uses that to maintain distance very well. And when he wants to, he can press you up against the cage and just drop you to the floor. KLB, the way he fights, throws a winging right hook. If it misses, boom, he's shooting on you against the fucking cage, trying to take you down. That shit's not gonna fucking work against Arjun Bhullar. If he even tries to take him down, good fucking luck. Good fucking luck. And if Arjun Bhullar gets on Luis Henrique, he is so devastating when he's on top. It's scary. You guys are gonna see some pretty fucking devastating ground and pound. He's just so heavy. He makes you carry all of his weight. It's sorry guys, but he's so heavy on top, man. His ground and pound scary. His stand up looks a lot crisper than fucking Henrique's. So for that reason, I have him actually second round TKO via ground and pound for Arjun Bhullar here. I got 4 units on him to win 2.27 units. Then I got 1 unit on him as well. Yeah, I got 1 unit with him and Martins to win 0.89 units. So I am very, very confident. And then I have him in the under 2.5 rounds, 0.1 unit, under 2.5 rounds with in a huge parlay with the over rounds there. But over and under rounds there. But yeah, I do have him in the second round via TKO, guys. I think once he can stand with KLB as long as he wants, and he can win like that if he really wants to. But he can also, as soon as he wants to take him down, he's going to take him down, and he's going to unleash some deadly ground and pound. And it's going to fucking finish. Oh, my voice is all fucked, bro. The phlegm is getting to me, boys. Yeah, I had to mute the mic there, guys, so you didn't hear me fucking work a serious one. But yeah, Arjun Bhullar, once again, TKO, second round. Next up, Alex White versus Mitch Clarke. I gotta start speeding through these. Alex White, devastating, good in and out movement inside of the pocket, outside of the pocket, great punches, uses his distance very well. He's jumping back up to lightweight. This is his second fight at lightweight. Before this, he fought Tony Martin. Fucking moopies. Fought Tony Martin, who's a fucking monster wrestler. Very good jiu-jitsu as well. Alex White does have some great wrestling as well. If you see, he defended a long takedowns against Tony Martin. But Tony Martin kept wanting to take it down, and that's where the fight ended up most of the time. But if you go watch him versus Artem Lobov, he puts on a striking fucking clinic. And he's just dangerous, man. Like, he throws heavy bombs. His movement's very well. And fucking, you got Mitch Clarke over here, who just gets hit all the fucking time. He just tends to get hit a lot. Doesn't go for a whole lot of takedowns, so I'm not even worried about the takedowns. He was getting he has that one win against Ali Quenta where he got like a bottom side control, bottom side control dart stroke. It was fucking ridiculous. Like, that's a 1 in a million dart stroke to hit, brother. You know. And then this guy went ahead and he got knocked. He got almost finished beforehand. Quenta dropped and put him on his ass. Almost finished him. Then he fought Sorry, he fought John McGuire before that one. I was gonna say then he fought John McGuire. Then he fought Chiesa. Chiesa put a fucking clinic on this guy. Then after he fought, after Chiesa, he fought Joe Duffy. Joe Duffy tapped this motherfucker out so quick. Like, if you guys want to know what quick is, 25 fucking seconds. Joe Duffy tapped this motherfucker out so fast. And, pretty much, man, this guy doesn't pose any threat to Alex White. I think standing up, and he's going to have to take down Alex White for anything. Alex White, I don't think, is going to initiate a lot of takedowns. He does have some heavy ground and pound if he wants to take it down. I think he could take it down and then stay on top of him, just leash some ground and pound, but I think they'll stay standing. And Alex White just fucking knocks out Mitch Clarke in the first round, guys. I got, sorry, I was going to jump to the next fight there, but I got 3.28 units straight up on White to win 2 units. And then I got him in a couple parlays. I got him in a 0.5 unit parlay with over rounds later in the card. And then I got him 0.6 units. Him and Martins to win 0.48 units. I believe I have him in one more thing. Yes, I have him in a 0.62 unit parlay with something later in the card to win 1 unit there. So I have a total of 5 units on Alex White here, and I'm very confident in Alex White. Next up, we got Gavin Tucker. Oh wow, he changed his name to the Newfoundland Terror. That's fucking gangster. His name before was like the Governator or something, or the Governor or some shit like that. Yeah, Gavin the Governor Tucker or something like that. Now it's the Newfoundland Terror, or that's fucking gangster. That's just a gangster fucking name. And he's fighting Rick the Gladiator Glenn here. I'm very, very high on Gavin Tucker. I just finished watching for the second time this week. Or, I actually didn't even watch it this week. I think I watched it beforehand. Gavin Tucker versus Sam Cecilia. I know Sam Cecilia is somewhat of a gatekeeper, but Gavin Tucker put on a fucking clinic in that fight. His leg kicks are just destruction. His Muay Thai is so gorgeous. His movement is something to behold. It's probably the best movement in the featherweight division. I'm not even fucking joking. If you guys want to like compare somebody to him, his movement's gorgeous. Like, and Dominic Cruz is the only guy I can kind of think of that relates to him. The way this guy moves in and out of the pocket is just tremendous, and he switches angles, cuts these angles so beautiful. It's just beautiful movement. Like, I haven't seen anything like this in a long, long time, man. And I'm very high on this kid. This kid has some serious wrestling, too. And some scary jiu-jitsu. And he's fighting Rick Glenn here, who I was actually big on before that Felipe Nova fight. And I bet on him in the Felipe Nova fight, and he just made me sweat during that whole fucking fight. And, you know, I really thought he was going to get it done, and he didn't look that good. Felipe Nova was looking pretty good in that one. And then Rick Glenn started to come on afterwards and with his pressure or whatnot, but he stands very flat-footed to Rick Glenn who doesn't. You know, Rick Glenn is very light on his fucking feet. He's always moving on his feet. And he's going to be able to pick up Rick Glenn's lead leg like a fucking... He's going to really tear that shit up. He's going to hurt Rick Glenn with some serious leg kicks. And I'm not sure if he'll finish Rick Glenn. I don't suppose he will. This could be, if it goes all 3 rounds, I think it's a 30-27 for Gavin Tucker. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a late finish. But we're going to go 30-27 Gavin Tucker here. And yeah, I do have a max bet on Gavin Tucker and somebody later in the card to win 3.03 units. And then I have 1 unit as well on him. And Martins to win 0.62 units. So I got a total of 6 units on Gavin Tucker. him and Martins are probably my most, I'd say my second most confident pick of the whole card here. But yeah, I really like Gavin Tucker. I want you guys to just watch this matchup. He is something to behold. Please, please, please take note of the way this guy moves. It's ridiculous. His movement, the way he throws an uppercut, his rear uppercut's gorgeous. He'll step in, move to the rear side, so he switches stances. Doesn't throw a rear uppercut anymore. He switches it to a lead uppercut, and he lands it, and it's gorgeous. And he throws his leg kicks very nice as well. And his speed is just something else. I think he's gonna have a very serious speed advantage on Rick Glenn here. But our next match, Ashley Evans Smith. Ashley Evans Smith versus Sara Moras. Didn't do a whole lot of tape here. I like Ashley Evans Smith in this one, guys. I think she's a very superb wrestler. This goes 4-3. What the fuck, eh? Poor girl. She lands some serious strikes on the floor as well. And she's a 4-time All-American collegiate wrestler. I think she just gets this girl to the floor and just over and over and over again, she gets her down and just maybe ends up stopping her late in the third. But if not, I say a 30-27 decision for Ashley Evans Smith here, guys. I have her in a 1-unit play with somebody later in the card. And I think, yeah, that's it. So we'll go with a 30-27, if maybe even a 30-26 decision for Ashley Evans Smith here, guys. Yeah. Next up, we got Henrique, the Messenger Cejudo versus Reis. Helson coming off that loss to coming off that loss to DJ, where he got submitted, and then Henrique's coming off that loss to Joey B. Henry's a great wrestler, obviously. He's an Olympic wrestler, the youngest before, I think, his name's Kyle Singler. I believe he's in the UFC too now, or he's planning to go to the UFC or some shit. The youngest Olympic gold medalist for America ever in wrestling. But Henry Cejudo, before him, had that record. He's a great wrestler, obviously, guys. He's fucking excellent. And his striking is really improving. But he's going against Wilson Reis, and a lot of guys are saying, especially the odd makers are thinking this is a total one-sided matchup for Cejudo. I don't see this being a one-sided matchup. I see this going all 3 rounds. Wilson might be able to take a couple rounds too. He's no slouch on the ground, man. He's a fucking good grappler. And he's no slouch standing up. He probably has the advantage standing up. Ever since this guy's been at Alliance for a while now, and Eric Del Fierre's and Dom Cruz mainly has been his main training partner. Dom Cruz has said nothing short of like amazing stuff about this guy, you know. Wilson Reis has great movement inside. I wouldn't say he's Dominic Cruz like on his feet, but he's pretty good standing up, man. I think this is gonna be a hard. I think this is a lot more of a pick'em than people think. So I do have the over rounds here, over 2.5 rounds, 4.5 units. I'm very confident this is going the distance, guys, to win 2 units. So I will go with, I'm actually going with Wilson Reis to win the decision, 29-28 split decision here, guys. Next up, we got Sara McMann and Caitlin Vieira. Quick on Caitlin Vieira, I believe she's a black belt in Judo. And Sara McMann is an Olympic silver medalist in wrestling. I love betting on wrestlers. I know you're going to say, well, why didn't you bet on Cejudo? Different kind of matchup, guys. I just think Wilson's a beast, and I didn't like the price on Cejudo to begin with. I thought it was going to be way more of a pick, like I was saying. But let's jump back to this one. Sara McMann, Olympic silver medalist. Just a great wrestler. As soon as she gets on the floor, great submissions, has a scary, scary arm triangle. She has some good stand-up as well, heavy bombs, but so does Vieira here. They both throw some heavy bombs, but I think as soon as Sara McMann feels any sort of bomb that Caitlin throws, she's going to take her down and just work all 3 rounds and just put a clinic on her, 30-27 Sara McMann beating, you know? I don't think she'll finish Vieira. If she does, it might be very late in the 3rd with the same arm triangle. But yeah, Caitlin throws some bombs, and but so does Sara McMann. Even if Sara McMann's maybe getting the better of her on the feet, she might want to change levels and hit that takedown just to get Caitlin thinking a little bit here. So I'm very confident in Sara McMann as well. I have her in. I have her in 4 units, guys. 4 units overall. 3 different parlays, and then I have the over rounds, I believe. Holy fuck, guys. Oh, and I do have the over rounds in that fight before, with this fight and that under round, and then a few more overs. Oh, the over rounds in the Tucker fight, and 2 more overs later in the card for in that 0.1 unit, little 0.1 unit stab to win 1.07 units. But yeah, I do have her and Martin's in a 2.5 unit parlay to win 1.88 units. Her and Evan Smith to win 1.01 units, 1 unit to win 1.01 units. And then I got her and somebody later in the card, 0.5 units to win 0.25 units. And oh, and then I do have 1 unit Martins and the over rounds here to win 0.76 unit. Yeah, so that's it there. So like I said, 30-27 for Sara McMann. Next up, we got Jeremy Little Heathen Stevens versus Gilbert Melendez. This is Gil's first trip to featherweight since Cejudo Box, or Cejudo Brazil, I'm pretty sure. And Jeremy Stevens has been here for a while, but this is a brawl. This is the only one I didn't actually pick a fighter to win, and the only reason is I think Jeremy's going to have the better of him on the feet, but Gil's a master in the octagon. Very, very smart. He knows when to time those takedowns, and he's going to be able to put Jeremy Stevens on his ass, I believe, a couple times. But with takedowns, not with punches. Maybe with punches even, but I don't think either guy's getting a finish. They're both too tough, I believe. Their chins are fucking monstrous, both of them, and especially at featherweight. These guys are true lightweights. They're fighting at featherweight though. Yeah. Sorry guys. Yeah, so they're fighting at featherweight, but they did fight at lightweight in the past, like I mentioned beforehand. I think, like I said, Gilbert Melendez has the wrestling advantage, the grappling advantage. Jeremy Stevens has maybe the stand-up advantage here, but I do like the play of the over rounds here. I have it in that 0.1 unit over and under parlay there to win 1.07 units, and then I have it in. Oh, that's it. That's all I got it now. Yep, that's all I have it. So 0.1. That's all I took on this. I swear I thought I took it one more time, but I guess I didn't. So I have it in a 0.1 unit. That huge 6-leg parlay. Yeah, I'm really just gonna sit back and enjoy this match, guys. Really, really looking forward to this one. Well, I think Jeremy Stevens gets it done split decision though. 29-28. Split decision, Jeremy Stephens. Next up, we got Ilir, the Sledgehammer Latifi versus Tyson Pedro. I'm gonna make this quick, guys. Ilir has the wrestling advantage in some aspect, not completely. Tyson Pedro has a huge wrestling advantage when it's against the cage, I believe. In open space, Alir's has great takedowns against the cage as well. But in open space, he has great takedowns. He times them very well. Other than that, he throws a ducking hook a lot. If he throws that ducking hook even once against Tyson Pedro, he's getting knocked the fuck out with a knee. Tyson Pedro has dangerous knees. Go look at the fight against Paul Craig. How he just pinned him up against the cage and dropped those knees in that clinch. It was just a scary fucking sight. And when Tyson Pedro's on top of you and he's dropping that heavy ground and pound with those elbows, it's a quick fucking night. Which I think is going to happen to Ilir Latifi. I think Alir's going to go for a takedown or a ducking hook. He's going to get a knee to the face. He doesn't have a good chin. We can't say he doesn't have a good chin. He just got knocked out, though, against Ryan Bader, which is a huge knockout. That was a flying knee. He is now fighting Tyson Pedro, who can throw an even more dangerous knee. And once Tyson gets on top, I think that knee's going to drop Ilir. If it doesn't knock him out, Tyson gets on top and just throws bombs for a TKO. If he doesn't get the TKO, he chokes him out. So I'm I'm very confident on Tyson Pedro to get the win here, guys. I got 3 units on Pedro to win 3.3 units. Very confident, like I said. We'll go with second round TKO for Tyson Pedro here. Next up, we got Neil Magny versus Rafael Dos Anjos, and we'll just say 4 units I got on RDA to win 2.16 units. I like RDA in this matchup. I think he throws a lot of volume, whereas Neil Magny doesn't throw as much volume as him. The strikes say differently, but if you go see, I really don't think Neil Magny throws as much combinations as Dos Anjos throws. Dos Anjos finishes every combination with a dangerous leg kick, and he throws a lot of volume, like I just said. But fucking, if Neil Magny, he's gonna try and take him down, I believe, and Dos Anjos might try and take him down. It's hard to say where this fight's gonna go. Pretty much, I like Dos Anjos everywhere it goes, though. If it hits the floor, I think he has the grappling advantage. If it's standing up, he has that scary stand-up, and he definitely has the advantage standing up. But I do think this goes over the over rounds. I might have a play on the over rounds as well. I'm not sure. Yeah, I do. I have the over rounds, 2.5 rounds. Magny and RDA to win 0.56 units, parlayed with White 0.5 units to win 0.56 units. So I think this is going to go all 3 rounds, but I think Dos Anjos is going to get 30-27. I think he's going to just show his experience. He might drop Neil Magny a couple times. He might manhandle him in the clinch and just take him down. But I do like Dos Anjos here. I got 4 units on RDA to win 2.16 units, and then I got the over, and White here 0.5 units to win 0.56 units. But yeah, pretty much I think he just out-volumes him, guys, and or manhandles him on the floor. I know Magny's strong. Well, everybody's strong, but I know Magny's a good scrambler, and he's strong in the clinch. But and he's hard to take down, Magny. Magny is hard to take down, but he is coming off. I know they're both coming. Dos Anjos is not coming off of TKO, but he did get TKO'd against Alvarez not too long ago, and then he went through a war with Tony Ferguson, a 5-round war. But Neil Magny lost to Lorenz Larkin not too long ago, got finished by him. So both their chins have been compromised. But I think Dos Anjos at 170 looks way better. He's way healthier. He's not passing out in the backstage like at 155 before fights. Like this is obviously his weight class. that Tarek Safi fight, you saw him out volume and just looked like a fucking monster against Tarek. I was impressed at least. But yeah, I got 30-27. Those are on here. Co-main event: Amanda the Lioness Nunes versus Valentina Bullet Shevchenko. And I see everybody's on Shevchenko. And I see that a lot of people are saying, oh, Nunes is going to gas. Shevchenko's going to be able to outpoint her after the third round and like get the maybe get a late finish or get the decision at least. I don't think she's getting a finish. Don't even think she's getting the decision. I took 3.5 units on Nunes here to win 3.85 units. And I like the over rounds. Just in case I took the over rounds in that 0.1 unit play. And then I took 0.62 units Alex White and over rounds to win 1 unit here. And the reason I did that is just because I just watched the recent fight. If this does go past the 2.5 round mark, I still think Amanda Nunes can win the fight 100%. She got 10-8 in the first fight. Sorry guys. And my dog's barking, so you guys know what that means. If the dogs are barking, it's time for the underdogs. And we got, like I'm saying, Amanda Nunes looked great in that first fight. In the first 2 rounds, she looked outstanding. Takes Valentina Shevchenko a while to get started as well. She got some crisp Muay Thai, and I know she has some good jiu-jitsu skills, especially from the guard where she submitted Juliana Pena. She's strong on top too. She looked good against Nunes in the first fight. In the third round when she was on top, but I think Nunes was a little bit gassed. And but when on bottom, Nunes looked way too strong for her. Can you guys stop? Oh, something. My mic just unplugged or something, guys. I was talking to myself for 2 seconds. But, yeah. I like Amanda Nunes. I think she just has the wrestling advantage here. She has this striking advantage when, and you guys are going to say, no, look at the fucking numbers right there. Look at the numbers right there. She lands way more. She's more accurate. You guys can say whatever you want. This is, oh, she's way more of a technical striker. I know she's way more of a technical striker. She's a different kind of striker, Valentina Shevchenko. She's a traditional Muay Thai striker who gives up rounds in the beginning. She's not a quick starter at all. She is not. She's going to give up that first and second round. That's what Muay Thai fighters, a lot of, and she's going to, because in Muay Thai fights it goes on for a long while, and points are made differently with leg kicks and head kicks and whatnot. And jabs are scored not as effectively. Amanda Nunes in the first couple rounds was super light on her feet until she got gas. I know everyone's saying, well, she's going to gas. I think they watched the same tape we did, guys. I think that's something that they know they have to cover, and that's probably the main thing they have to cover, and everything else will take care of itself. Getting her at plus 110 was a treat, though. That's I'm going to take the champ all day at plus 110, 3.5 units, doing 3.85 units. I think Amanda Nunes gets this done in the third round. Late stoppage in the third round. TKO. She drops Valentina and then finishes her off on the floor, guys. She's just dangerous. Amanda Nunes is not to be played with. Misha Tate says she has the heaviest hands in the bantamweight division. She has 10 knockouts / TKOs to her name. She's dangerous, guys. She was so heavy on top of Valentina Shevchenko once she took her down, and she definitely has the wrestling advantage. Valentina Shevchenko, a lot of her games played in that clinch as well. That's where she lands a lot of her strikes, especially against like a Holly Holm and whatnot. And that's not gonna happen against Amanda Nunes, who's way stronger than her. Go look at that first fight when she tried to hit a scissor sweep, or it might have not even been a scissor sweep. I think it was just a half-guard sweep she was going for, and you can see just how fucking strong, how the weight advantage of Amanda Nunes is. If Amanda Nunes can get this, her cardio in check, this is hers for the taking, 100%. It's a guarantee for her. Not a guarantee, I would say, but it's a very good matchup for her if she has her cardio in check to go all 5 rounds. She can go all 5 rounds. She wins this in decision, 100%. She can evolve if she even has a little bit better cardio than last time. But I think she finishes her in the 3rd or 4th round. I think she'll finish Valentina, guys. I'm sorry to ramble on for so long. I really think a lot of people are underrating Amanda Nunes and think she's really basing their bets on just that she's going to gas and that Valentina is the better technical striker. Okay, I see she's the better technical striker, but is she the better striker overall? She might be, but is she the more accurate? Not according to the numbers. Is she the more busier? Not according to the numbers. Is she going to pressure? Nope. Is she going to win the early rounds? Doesn't look like it according to her fights. So I'm with Amanda Nunes all day, guys. 3.5 units to win 3.85 units. Next up, Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson. I heard he just wants to be called Mighty. Oh, and I said 4th round, 3rd or 4th round TKO over there for Amanda Nunes and Shevchenko. But Demetrious Mighty Johnson, that's what we're going to call him now, because that's what he wants to be called. He's the fucking greatest, so we have to call him that. Versus Ray, the Tasmexican Devil Borg. Ray Borg, we're just going to start off with him quick. Ray Borg, good scrambler, good wrestler, strong takedowns, pretty quick hands, got some nasty leg kicks. Nothing really that I found to be very impressive. Demetrious Johnson is, like, I don't even have to tell you guys what he is. He's the total fucking package for a reason. He's the pinnacle of MMA. When you want to be the best at MMA, the pound for pound best, he's the pound for pound best. You guys think who John Jones is? John Jones is out of my bucks now. That guy got busted again. You're out of the fucking bucks. I'm not even your fan anymore, bro. This guy, pound for pound best. The way he works in the clinch, the way he works in the ground, his wrestling, his boxing, his movement, everything. Go watch the Embeddeds and you'll see his movement. It's fucking insane. I have Demetrious Johnson in a total of... So I have him in that straight up bet, that the part that got pushed with him and Gano. So it was him and Gano, 5 units to win like 2.38 units or something like that. That got pushed, so now it's 5 units straight DJ to win 0.5 units. Then I got 5 units on DJ and Gavin Tucker to win 3.03 units. Then I got 2.25 units DJ inside the distance to win 2.25 units. Might add another 0.25 there to make it 2.5 units to win 2.5 units. The reason I took the inside the distance, I think this is going to finish by the 3rd round, guys. And my reasoning behind this is Ray Borg has struggled to make 126 before. Imagine, and you guys are saying, oh, 125 is not that much. That 1 pound difference is a lot. Ask any UFC fighter. That 1 pound allowance is a big thing. So him going to 125, and he struggles to make 126. He's missed weight before. So him going to 125, which I think he's going to be able to do. He's working with perfecting athletes who works with Joanna Jurejczyk and a lot of different athletes for the weight cut. I think he's going to be able to make the weight, but performing at that weight is another question. For him to work with the scrambles that he does, and the takedowns and all that, and to work at the pace that DJ is going to want him at, he's going to eventually break. And I think it's going to be about that 3rd round that he does break. And when he breaks, Demetrious Johnson's going to give him one knee to the fucking body, and he's going to fall to the floor, and Demetrious is going to finish him on the floor with a choke. Rear naked choke. So I got Demetrious Johnson, 3rd round, submission. I'll say rear naked choke. I'm very, very, very confident. He's my most confident pick of the night, so we'll go over the DJ picks. So I got 2 5-unit picks, 5-unit bets, like I said, 2 max bets there. I got him and McMann, 0.5 units to win 0.25 units. What else do I have? And then I got 2.25 units inside the distance to win 2.25 units. But I think I'm going to add maybe another 0.25 units there. I might. Depending how football goes today, guys. But, yeah, nevertheless, I'm all over DJ here, guys. Really, really think he's in the perfect position here for to get his record-breaking 11th win, 11th title defense, and I think he gets it here in the 3rd round. 3rd round submission. Like I said, he drops him and then he finishes him, chokes him out. So yeah, let's go over the bets. All the bets we have once again. All 19 bets. Don't worry, guys. I'll spit through super quick. 4 units RDA to win 2.16 units. 4.5 units over 2.5 rounds. Cejudo and Reis to win 2 units. 5 units DJ to win 0.5 units. 5 units DJ and Tucker to win 3.03 units. 3 units Pedro to win 3.3 units. 2.25 units DJ inside the distance to win 2.25 units. 4 units Bhullar to win 2.27 units. 2.5 units Martins / McMann to win 1.8 units. 1 unit McMann Evan Smith to win 1.01 unit. 0.5 units. 0.5 unit McMann and DJ to win 2.5 unit. 2.5 units. 2.5 units. I can't even speak, eh? Fucking, it's ridiculous when I smoke weed before this, guys. I gotta cut down on the weed before the show, for sure. 1 unit Martins and over 2.5 rounds McMann Vieira to win 0.76 units. 3.28 units on Alex White to win 2 units. 1 unit on Bhullar to win / Martins to win 0.89 units. 3.5 units on Nunes to win 3.85 units. 0.6 units Martins and White to win 0.48 units. 1 unit Tucker / Martins to win 0.62 units. 0.5 units on Alex White and over 2.5 rounds. Magny and RDA to win 0.56 units. 0.62 units White and over 2.5 rounds. Nunes and Shevchenko to win 1 unit. And the last but not least, 0.1 units under 2.5 rounds. Bhullar KOB over 2.5 rounds. Cejudo Reis over 2.5 rounds. McMann Vieira over 2.5 rounds. Nunes Shevchenko over 2.5 rounds. Stevens Melendez over 2.5 rounds. Tucker Glenn to win 1.07 units. Not saying any of that shit again. Holy shit, that was a fucking lot of bets right there. 19 bets, guys, overall. Sorry, Lord. And now we're gonna jump to DraftKings. So 19 bets placed overall, guys, and this is. I put 2 DraftKings lineups out. No surprise that and the DraftKings came out a while ago, the lineup, so I was pretty surprised at that. But yeah, we'll go with the 2 lineups I got right now. The 1 lineup I got Arjun Bhullar, and you can get him for 7,900. I got Demetrious Johnson for 9,600. Sara McMann, 8,900. Tyson Pedro, 7,700. Gavin Tucker, 8,400. Alex White, 7,400. Alex White and Arjun Bhullar, really weird to see them at, especially Alex White, at underdog prices on DraftKings, considering they're such high favorites. Arjun's maybe almost he's probably like a -250 now. Maybe maybe a -200 favorite. Maybe even less than that, you can get him, guys. But Alex White is probably close to a -300. And yeah, so that's one of the drafting lineups I have. Second one we got is Arjun, Bhullar, Demetrious Johnson, Sara McMann, Amanda Nunes, Wilson Reis, and Gavin Tucker. So confident in both those lineups as well, guys. And yeah, hopefully everybody cashes. I know I'm looking forward to cashing. Let's get it. Woo! But yeah, we'll see you guys next week for UFC Pittsburgh, Rockhold versus Branch. Gonna have a lot of plays on that card as well, guys. Really juiced for that card. But let's cash. Let's make some fucking money this week, guys. God bless and good luck, everybody. Let's get it.